Bubble Busters!
My name is Akashi. I'm a typical baseball-loving middle schooler. One day, on my way to school, this guy came out of nowhere and crashed into me with his bicycle. I jumped into the air like a scene from a movie and landed hard onto the concrete. The part which was not like the movie was that I wasn't injury-free and I broke my foot. Luckily, it was only a bone fracture. And the doctor told me that I would be fine if I rested and put it in a cast. I wanted to recover quickly, so I decided to take some time off school. My teacher and friends messaged me every day about homework and my classes. So I made sure that I got my schoolwork done at home. That way, I wouldn't have a hard time once I got back. The problem was Mr. Saito, the PE teacher and advisor to the baseball team.
Akashi, why are you not coming to baseball practice? You are the ace pitcher. We need you.
Didn't my parents get in touch with you? I broke my foot, and I need to rest at home for some time.
Huh. I thought that you kids were spoiled, but your parents are no better. Don't skip school over a broken foot. Get yourself to school. Besides, having a fractured bone is a sign of weakness. Drink some milk and come to baseball practice.
My anger level? 30%. That's just crazy!
With your motivation, what are we going to do about next week's game?
We contacted you about that too. We mentioned that no matter how hard I tried, my foot wouldn't recover in time for the next game. So I said that I would sit this one out.
What? What do you think will happen if our ace pitcher sits out of the game? Our only other pitcher is our new member from the 7th grade.
I understand that our team lacks pitchers, but how am I supposed to compete in the game with this foot? I mean, if anything, it's your aversion to train new pitchers that caused us to have so few pitchers in the first place. I can't throw the ball with my crutches!
Don't go looking for reasons of why you can't do it. Forget your own pain. Do it for the team.
My anger level? 60%! There's no way. This is not a story in a comic book. It's not Star of the Giants. I mean, I want to continue playing baseball. That's why I'm choosing to rest and heal now. I'll start practicing and training as soon as my injury is healed. I'm already doing everything I can at home.
Oh, I see. I finally get it. You're happy as long as you get what you want.
Huh? How did you come to that conclusion?
You're talented, so missing this game won't matter. You'll get scouted by a famous high school and end up going to the state championships. But think about your teammates. It's not the same for them. If they don't compete well in this game, they won't be up for sports scholarships. Most of them only know how to play baseball, and if they don't get their scholarships, they might not be able to get into high school at all.
Why do I have to be responsible for everyone? The team is important to me too, but I can't be responsible for everyone's futures. I can't compete with a fractured bone. That's just crazy!
With your attitude, I won't be able to recommend you for a sports scholarship. Didn't you want to get into Travas High School?
In that case, I won't need a recommendation from our school. If I don't get scouted by Travas High School, I'll get into that school on my own by studying hard. That's why I've been working hard on my studies too, not just baseball.
I've had enough. I'm coming over to your house now!
What? My parents aren't home today!
Don't bring your parents into this. I'm going to take you to school, and I want you to get approval from each and every one of your teammates about missing the game. I'll allow it if you do that.
He can't be serious! True to his word, Mr. Saito really came over to my house. I didn't want to answer the door. I wanted to pretend that I wasn't home, but I knew that that wouldn't work. With my crutches, I made my way slowly to the door and opened it. Mr. Saito then said to me,
"Get into my car. I'm going to take you to school. Don't skip school over a broken bone."
He then pulled my hand forcefully. I then lost my balance and my crutches fell to the floor. I also collapsed onto the floor. I felt a sharp pain in my foot. Ouch! The inside of my cast hurts like crazy!
Don't lie to me! You're just faking it!
My anger level's 90%! I'm not lying! This is real! Don't touch me! Don't touch me, please! Take me to the hospital! Please! Call my parents!
What? How about we get you back to bed? I'll help you.
I just told you that I'm in so much pain! It's your fault that my injury is worse now! This time I think I've actually broken my foot! If it was just fractured, it would have healed quickly!
That bad. Let's just get you back into your house, okay?
What are you saying?
If we go to the hospital now, it will be all my fault, right? That would be a problem for me. I'll get in trouble and my superior will be unhappy with me.
I've had enough! I'll call the ambulance myself! Go away!
Okay, I'll take you to the hospital.
Jeez, what a day! So I ended up going to my doctor with Mr. Saito. During the car ride, Mr. Saito said to me,
You fell on your own, right? Make sure that you tell your doctor and parents that it wasn't my fault.
My anger level 100%! Forcing an injured student to go to school against their will is as outrageous as a teacher can get! I'll trouble buster him! As I had predicted, after my x-ray exam, I was told that my bone fracture was now a broken bone. My mother, who had rushed to the hospital, and the doctor in charge were furious with my teacher. What have you done? We had planned to take off Akashi's cast after his next x-ray exam. Because of you, he now has to undergo surgery.
Actually, Akashi fell on his own. It wasn't my fault.
Huh? Don't lie!
Mr. Saito, are you lying? We have a security camera in front of our house, so if you are lying, we will find out. I read your online conversation with Akashi. How can you blame Akashi for acting responsibly and resting to heal his injury? Instead of hurrying back to the games before his injury was fully healed, Akashi planned to make a quick recovery so that he could compete in as many games as possible afterwards. You disrespected him, and look what happened.
I'm so sorry. I will inform the principal, and we will apologize to you once more.
Do you understand the seriousness of the situation? Informing the principal is not going to fix this. We plan on notifying the police.
What? The police?
You injured Akashi due to your negligence and selfishness. Do you understand? Because of your irresponsible behavior, my 9th grader has to undergo surgery during a very important time for him. You just prolonged his time away from school. Do you understand how this affects Akashi?
But don't you think that involving the police is going a bit too far? I'll have to quit my job if you do.
Yes, please do resign. You don't seem to feel any remorse for your actions. I'm going to tell the other parents about this. There's a lot I want to talk about with the principal, too. Would you mind getting in touch with him for me?
Now?
Yes! Is there a difference between contacting the principal today or tomorrow?
Do I really need to report the incident to the principal?
What? Did you plan on getting away with not telling the principal? You just said that you would inform the principal.
I'm sorry. I thought that you would forgive me if I apologized sincerely.
Well, the principal is going to find out either way because we are going to notify the police.
Please don't tell the police or the principal. Please, allow me to discuss the matter with you. I will pay for the treatment costs.
Money is not going to solve this. Hurry up and call the principal.
Mr. Saito reluctantly contacted the principal, and the principal, who was still at school, made his way quickly to the hospital. When he found out about what had happened from my mother, he became red in the face and scolded Mr. Saito profusely. And the principal apologized to my mother and me endlessly. He then got in touch with the Board of Education and told us that he would support us in notifying the police. Mr. Saito, who up until this point thought that the principal would take his side, became very pale. He pleaded to be forgiven, but the usually kind principal with a gentle smile glared at Mr. Saito in fury. My mother took the medical certificate written by my doctor to the police station. The incident became a hot topic on the local news. The public eye scorned the topic of bullying and physical abuse in our neighborhood, and our school and Mr. Saito became very notorious on the internet. Naturally, Mr. Saito's family found out, and his wife and daughter left him. He had no choice but to move out of town. He even deleted his Line messaging account, so we really have no idea where he disappeared to. Because of Mr. Saito, I had to stay at home for longer than I had planned, but my treatments and rehabilitation were finished by the end of the summer. I was able to watch the final game from the side bench. My teammates cried happy tears for my return, and I cried with them. I don't want to give up baseball, so I decided to study hard and get into Travas High School on my own and aim for the state championships. I bet that teacher is haunted by my face now, so me getting to the championships and showing my face around is the best way to get revenge. Trouble Busters!